let's talk for just a minute about how to use Black Belt Reader programs. Just for example, let's take Black Belt Math. This is level 1 of Black Belt Math. First of all, you do math. Write down what you did on the math logs provided by your teacher. You turn the logs in for credit, color in or put stickers on the stars at each belt level, and you tell your teacher when you earn a new belt. Now this is for use in the classroom, but this can be used just as easily at home, in the martial arts studio. It can also be used really easily in the homeschool setting. This is the order of the belts. We've got white belt, green belt, yellow belt, orange belt, pink belt, gold belt, purple belt, blue belt, red belt, and black belt. Now these are the belts for level 1. You'll see as you go through the levels, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5, the belts are designed just slightly differently. So no two belts are exactly alike. All the belts in this program, you are actually earning new belts each time. And now what you do is you're going to get started with level 1. So white belt math level 1, this is before you have started tracking or recording any of your math. Let's say you do 20 minutes of math, whether it's a math worksheet, whether it's helping someone at home measure something, depending on the context in which you're using it. And this will be up to classroom teachers to decide how much choice they want to give the students. As far as parents go, they can also decide that as well. I tend to give students lots of choices in how they can do this, and they do tend to be more motivated with a lot of choice. And I'll guide students who are really unsure what to do, or students who are falling behind. I want to make sure they have a certain set of exercises that they're working on. And this can also just count as their regular math homework. So whatever they have for math homework that night, which isn't a choice, they got to do their homework, they can actually get some credit for this on their belt. So let's say they do 20 minutes. When you do your recording, when you do your checking, which I do once a week on Fridays, they record how many 20 minutes they did. So let's say they did 100 minutes, that would be 5 stars. Each star counts as 20 minutes, and each belt has 20 stars on it, okay, for a total of 400 minutes of study per belt. And so let's say the student got 5 stars, did 100 minutes of math that week, including homework and any other math activities that counted. They put the stars here, little stars or small stickers, or you can have your students color it in. Either way will work fine. And if you're not using the book, it's just either a photocopy of this page or a printout from the PDF. That's fine too. Okay, and then on the back, once they complete that belt, or as they go through the belt, maybe they found a really cool math problem, or maybe they had fun measuring some ingredients and cooking some cookies or something. They can kind of do a sketch of that, write that down there, and any thoughts they had as they went through that belt. Okay, then they would go on to the next belt. They'd be a green belt in math, level 1. Okay, and they would continue through the belts. As a default setting, I have each star set at 20 minutes. As a teacher or a parent or a homeschool group, martial arts instructor, PE instructor, EFL, ESL instructor, you can choose to set these stars at whatever minutes you feel is appropriate for your students, increasing the time or decreasing it. In the back is the black belt. So they've been through 10 belts, they received their black belt. You'll also find back here a tracker. Okay, this helps keep track of the minutes. This is assuming that each star is set at 20 minutes per star. You can see how many minutes cumulatively students are earning. And students can see this for themselves, which is also very motivating. The totals are calculated based on each belt level being 400 minutes per belt, 20 minutes per star, and they are cumulative. So by the time a student has earned a black belt, they would have done that activity, in this case math, for 4,000 minutes. Now, as they go up through level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5, this just happens to be the student one, and it's level 2. As they go up through that, the minutes, again, are cumulative. So we don't start back over, this is the level 2 belt, we don't start back over at 400, we add the 400 to the 4,000 they have already earned. Okay, let's just say if this were math, they would have already earned 4,000. Well, we add 400 to that for a completion of that belt. So by the time they finish level 2, when they receive their level 2 black belt, that will signify 8,000 minutes of study in that activity. Okay, and this is a great way to keep track. Students can see exactly where they are in terms of minutes. Okay, this could also you could also use this as a great graphing activity and really connect that to other things you're doing. There's a place for students to record things they're wondering about, things they want to know, and things maybe they noticed in their math practice. For the speaking, it's in their speaking, in their writing, it's in their writing. And that is basically how to use the Black Belt Reader Program system with the book, and it works just as well with the PDF. If you're going to use the PDF, you may want to photocopy it onto some colored paper, or you may give students the option to color each belt, or even just this part of the belt up here. That's kind of your choice as a teacher and what you have available for resources. This program will work just as well with the books or with the PDF, and once a student completes a black belt, it goes right up on the wall to our Black Belt Wall of Fame. If you're using the book like this, you may photocopy it, or you may have something else that represents the black belts that can go right up onto a Black Belt Wall of Fame for the kids to really recognize that. And at the end of the year, take a look at where your students are, what sort of belts they've earned, which is a great way to look at their progress. You can track the minutes weekly and then have a cumulative total at the end of the year if you want to do that. And when you have your Black Belt Extravaganza at the end of the year, the big Black Belt party, it's really exciting to see how many minutes each of your students have done each of these activities. And if you have any questions, just stop by www.blackbeltreader.org today.